Do you want to start placing in Fortnite tournaments, but you feel like you're not getting the right teammates to do so? Well, in this video, I'm going to be telling you some simple ways you can find teammates and pick and choose the best ones right for you. Because in our first and our most optimal, quick method to find teammates, we're going to be talking about going through Discord servers such as Vital, Manuscrims, Noble, and picking out people that you've never talked to before. Which is why all the valuable information I'm going to give throughout this video is going to be helpful, because I'm going to be telling you how to pick and choose the perfect people for you and avoid picking people that just are going to end up being horrible. These servers have thousands of people ready to play scrims, looking for teammates, and you're going to make a post in the looking for players section saying a little bit about yourself, what your role is, what some of your placements are. By the way, big piece of advice to anyone that wants to start improving their placements: take initiative to learn how to IGL yourself, because IGLs control 80% of the tournament. Most people nowadays that play don't actually know how to IGL well, and fraggers are always too scared to make a call, or they end up just taking it from you and they end up being even dumber. And if you're a fragger, obviously you should be a little bit helpful, make some calls, don't just depend on the IGL and just blindly follow. But that is some big advice I want to give. No IGL is perfect, that's why we all want some help. And a quick disclaimer is that yes, teammates could be holding you back, but the number one thing that could be holding you back from improvement is this mindset. Even if you're playing with trash teammates, sometimes you got to accept that you're not going to be able to play with pros right off the rip, and being able to learn how to improve based with the circumstances you're dealt is going to go a long way. You're going to learn how much you could actually be doing better even with trash teammates. Okay, now that I'm done with all that helpful information, after you made a post in the looking for players section, you should be getting DMs from different people saying that, hey, you want a trio? Hey, and they might ask a little bit about you, and they're going to talk about themselves. If they have way less stats than you, like way less PR and earnings, it's very unlikely that they're going to end up being worth your time. And if they have a lot more PR than you, then maybe it means that people just around the Fortnite community think they're bad, so that should be a little bit of a red flag. Now, I will be telling you how you can analyze everyone that DMs you using their Fortnite tracker and other things that are going to be very helpful for you in the future. Everything that I'm about to tell you is going to improve your odds of not picking a trash teammate. I want everyone to trust me, because I've been playing COM for years and I've been picking lots of my teammates from these Discords, people that I've never played with before. Here's the best things that you can know for the future. I know an unhealthy amount that I'm about to load onto you. In order of most important to least important, the most important thing you should be looking for when trying to find teammates is how good the recent placements are. Recent placements are a very good sign of people figuring things out. Simple as that. I don't know how much more I need to elaborate. But if someone has a lot of PR, but their placements haven't been that great this chapter, that isn't the end of the world. They could have just had a rough start and not had enough time to like play or something. If they were doing well in the cash cups before, it probably means they're at least decent at fighting, which definitely goes a long way. But especially if their Kinch stats are good, which is the next thing we're going to be talking about. Kinch Analytics has this Discord where anyone can just go in and just search up someone's stats in a tournament, and it'll tell you the stats of every single player that was on their team, how much damage was dealt, how much damage they took, and their damage ratio. And if their ratio is consistently good and they're consistently out-fragging their team, that is a very, very good sign, and I mean that. Kinch stats do not tell you everything, believe me. Someone could be selling the team and having the best Kinch stats. But if you're an IGL looking for fraggers, that is one great way to know if they're good at fragging. It definitely makes them look good. But if you're a fragger looking for an IGL, even though I don't think if you genuinely want to make a come up into the pro scene, you should be doing that, trusting other people. But let's say you are a fragger looking for an IGL. Try to look at the people that DM you and see how consistent their match histories are. Because the best tourneys are often played where you don't even get to play out all 10 of your games. The FNCS Trial Cup where I qualified to Division 1 is a great example. We only got to play 7 games because we never died off spawn once. We never died in mid game once because I was leading our team really well and had a plan, a surge route. I had it all down. I had it all figured out. A placement that comes from good last games when you don't have a chance at qualifying, or a bailout last game win, don't really make an IGL look as good as a consistent match history would. But hey, things happen. Obviously, everything I'm saying is very nitpicky. It's just how to improve your odds of finding a good teammate. Like I said, there's no surefire way of knowing how a player will play without playing with them or seeing how they play. Which low-key, if you do want to go back into the replays, go right ahead, but take it with a grain of salt, because anyone that dies in a competitive Fortnite game or in a tourney, they always look like a bot, even if they're a pro. Don't be too critical about it. If you watch your own games, you definitely look like a bot when you die in a tourney. But yeah, improve your odds if you're an IGL looking for a fragger by looking at Kinch stats and replays if you'd like, recent placements. But solo placements weigh so much. Guys, if you're trying to prove yourself as an up-and-coming Fortnite player, placing in solos has never mattered more since like years ago. These solo solo cash cups are the most competitive solo cash cups have been in a while. Do not take it for granted. This is an opportunity to prove yourself. Become a great solo player, because not only will this help you in solos and get better teammates, but it'll help you in trios. You're going to learn all the fundamentals. You're going to be playing better because of how good you were in solos, how much you've improved in solos. You're definitely pretty well-rounded if you're a good solo player. You got to be at least decent, you know? The people who only place in solos might have some other weakness that holds them back, or maybe they just never got the right teammates. But a common one is a bad mental. I know someone like this. After you've checked all recent placements and their Kinch stats, the match histories, replays if you care that much, one more thing I would advise you to check to see how much they've played this season, because you don't want someone that's only been in creative, barely touches the game. It could mean they play scrims though, but you would know that if you're playing scrims yourself, or at least you'd be way more likely to know that. But this is like the most nitpicky thing possible. I'm just basically saying play with someone that you know grinds the game. That's very healthy. You want people that are passionate. You want people that want to fill each and one of their roles and do their best possible job to make sure you guys all place. Not a bunch of people just try to play hero all the time, don't really care too much for the game and trying to improve as a trio. And if you're trying to become an up-and-coming fragger, please help the IGL, because no IGL is even going to be close to perfect. Give callouts, give them information, be helpful, and don't make them not know what you're doing. And if you're an IGL looking for good fraggers, the whole tourney is basically in your hands. Please make sure you're a good IGL yourself. Do your best. VOD review. Watch the game a lot, because that's going to help the rest of your team so much. Just know things. It's as simple as that. And no matter what division you're in, you don't really need to ever W key. So if that helps with information, that helps. Just stay consistent. Get a solid drop spot. Make sure you guys are all on the same page and are just prepared. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this video in any way helpful. I'm out. Peace.